Hello, I'm Colette Wilson. One Life to Live is coming right up, and we expect no disruptions today from the O.J. Simpson trial. But before we get started, here's a little something extra from Soapline. These days, Dorian is as wicked as ever. And because we love villains, Soapline drew up a list of Dorian's 7 top sins. 1. She married Victor Lord for money. 2. Killed Victor Lord. Or did she? The jury's been in and out about that one. 3. Pretended to be paralyzed. 4. Stole her second husband's secret plans for Celeramite. What's Celeramite? Don't ask. 5. Caused her own daughter's miscarriage. 6. Broke into Victor's crypt to destroy his remains and claimed the crowbar she was carrying was only for protection. 7. Seduced her archenemy's very young son. And we loved every wicked moment. Let's join One Life. This is Soapline.
Come on, Blair, drink up. We're celebrating, remember? Finally made the break from Cord and his money. Found yourself a new investor.
Yeah, it was too easy. And Dorian wrote this check for $200,000 as if it were cab fare.
Yeah, so what?
Well, it was just weird. Just like you said, she was anxious to get rid of it.
Oh, well, maybe she had Joey Buchanan waiting for her in her bed upstairs.
No, she would have said so.
Well, maybe she just found out she's getting audited. Who cares?
Oh, look, you don't understand. I'm getting to worry about her. When Dorian gets cornered, she does like she always does. She runs.
All right, let her run.
All right. And who's going to be here to clean up the messes that she leaves behind? But what if this check bounces? I am not being selfless here. I'm looking out for number one.
Oh, it's a good thing. Because you can bet that's exactly what Dorian's doing.
I don't believe it. It's unbelievable. After everything that you have done.
You know me, Renee. I'm a creature of passion.
A creature of habit, you mean? All a man has to do is look at you sideways, and you do what he says? Even marry your own brother?
He's not my brother. He was my brother, but he's my husband now.
I rest my case.
I thought you would be a little more understanding.
Darling, I am trying. Real hard. But let's face it, Tina. You played along with David. Deliberately fooling your sister, your children, your whole family.
I was just blinded by love. I never knew David was using me to get his hands on that trust fund. You don't really think I would have gone along with him if I had known what he was going for, do you? I'm a victim here.
I wonder if Vicky will see it that way.
Vicky! Vicky!
Her purse is here. Money's gone. So's Vicky.
Vicky!
This whole thing doesn't track, Clint. Vicky cracks up her car, gets out, probably goes for help. But she takes the money out of her purse, then leaves the purse here.
Along with her house keys and all her credit cards?
I called Landfair. Tina said she thought Vicky was headed for Dorian's.
Well, Dorian doesn't live too far from here, but what, you think maybe she went to Dorian's to try and call for help?
Maybe. But why would she take the money and leave the purse?
I don't know. Maybe she was all shaken up and thought she might need some cash and took off without thinking. You know, she's been awfully upset lately,
Yeah,
Bo.
I know. Look at this. Snow's all packed down here. There's a lot of tracks.
Yeah, it looks like there's been more than one person tromping around here, doesn't it?
It's a theory. Maybe Vicky got out of the car and left her purse. She went for help. Somebody else came along and took the money out of her purse.
And what? You mean followed her?
No, I don't know. Look,
Oh, my God.
I'm going to check Dorian's. All right? Why don't you check around the woods over in that direction, then we'll be back here.
Going somewhere? Dorian?
Why, Vicky, I didn't hear you pull up.
No, I used your method. I decided to sneak up. No one's looking.
Are you all right? You seem a bit unsettled.
Nothing wrong with me that a few answers won't cure. Let's talk about my brother for a little while, shall we?
I've already told you everything that I know. Excuse me, I'm leaving for a business trip, and I have to catch a plane.
I don't think so. See, now I know the whole truth about David Vickers, including all those crucial details you left out. Fortunately, he didn't.
Vicky, after everything that he has done to you, how can you trust a word?
I don't trust anyone anymore. Well, you forget about your little business trip because you and I have some unfinished business of our own to settle tonight, and you're not going anywhere until we do.
Well, here's to your new empire, Melidor. Courtesy of your Aunt Dorian, wherever she is.
It bothers you that I care about her, doesn't it?
Hey, look, you want to waste your energy caring about some witch, Dorian?
Hey, just put a sock in it, all right? Because you are not half the cynic that you claim to be. I happen to know. But you care about people, too.
I have 3 people at least, me, myself, and I.
Yeah, right. And 2 other people, Sarah and C.J. Roberts. They may be the best friends that you've got. Maybe the only.
I guess. Don't count you. That's why I don't want you to get hurt. Like Dorian or anybody else.
Look, if you were worried about Corey...
No, I was, but, you wised up. You dumped him before he dumped you. You got work up. Never give anybody an opening, Blair. You'll live longer.
Like you?
You could do worse.
Yeah. I guess I could. So, are you sure that you want to leave town?
Positive. Oh, look, I'll drop you a line when I get to Florida. Maybe I'll send you a box of grapefruit.
Right. And I'll check it for worms. So when are you leaving?
Well, I get my paycheck on Tuesday. I figure by Wednesday I'll be sipping a pina colada on some beach.
Todd.
Yeah?
Did you mean what you said before, that you could count me as your friend?
Whatever that means. Why?
Well, I guess that I could count you as a friend, too. I mean, of all the people in this lousy town, there's only one person I even like. Yeah, you, the one and only. So, come on. Won't you reconsider and come work for me at Melidor? I mean, look, I've even got all the financing.
Look,
now
Blair,
all
that's
taken
your
care
dream,
of.
not mine. Besides, I gotta find out who I am. Peter Manning's orders, remember? I sure as hell ain't gonna be able to do that here.
Well, the least that you could do, Todd, is let me give you a goodbye present.
What, like the present you gave me for Christmas?
In your dreams. But it is a very special gift, though. So are you interested?
You see, the thing is, Vicky loves her family. She's always loved her family, so...
Yes. And her own sister helped David Vickers lie to her and tell her he was part of that family so that he could get his hands on a lot of family money.
But I didn't know that part. Don't forget that, okay? I didn't know that part.
So you keep saying.
What, you don't believe me?
Oh, Tina. The question is, will Vicky?
She will if you talk to her.
I thought so. That's why you opened the good bottle?
Oh, please, Renee. I'm counting on you. Even if court finds David and Bo arrests him for fraud or impersonating a brother, whatever it is, I need to have Vicky's forgiveness. She has to believe I wasn't part of David's scheme, and you've got to make her see that, please. Oh, excuse me. Cord, hi, Oh, Bo.
Tina, is Vicky home?
No, we're waiting for her. Why do you ask?
There's been an accident. Clint and I found Vicky's car on the side of a road. She's nowhere around.
Oh, God.
Tina, what is it?
Vicky's been in some kind of an accident. Bo, you need to find her. She might be wandering around. She could be in a daze or she could be hurt. You have to find her.
We'll find her, Tina. Look, I've got a hunch. I'm in the car right now. I'm on my way to Dorian's. If Vicky calls in, you let me know. You call the police department, they'll get a hold of me.
I will. It's all my fault. She was so upset, Renee. She must have just jumped in her car without thinking. Lost control of the wheel. Oh, God, if something happens to Vicky, how am I going to live with myself, Renee?
Vicky, I believe your recent loss has clouded your memory. You have forgotten what I told you tonight.
No, I remember every single calculated lie.
Lie? So that's the thanks I get to coming to you on my own to tell you that David was a fraud? Believe me, Vicky, when I found out the truth, I was as appalled as you are.
Stop lying! David was a fraud since he came to this town because you're his partner.
Oh, of course he would say that. Oh, the man is desperate. He's trying to shift the blame.
I didn't hear it from David. Arthur Vandenberg told me. You know all about the trust fund, and don't you dare say what trust fund. The one my father set up for his son, the son he had by Irene. The one that's worth nearly $30 million now. You've known about it for months, Dorian, which certainly comes as no surprise. Because it was your idea that David pretend to be my brother.
I already have my rightful share of Victor's estate. I don't need to steal a trust fund.
You didn't do it for the money. You don't need the money. So you were very happy to let David have the money in exchange for something a lot more important. Your life, Dorian. You had David fake his identity just as you had him fake the evidence that freed you from death row. Irene's confession that she murdered my father, that was the ultimate lie. It's a lie you needed to save your neck. And $30 million is a very small price to pay for that, isn't it, Dorian? Too bad for David, he won't collect. I will.
I'm getting worried about you, Vicky. You are starting to sound deranged.
Because I finally know the truth. And the truth is that you are guilty. You've murdered my father. And you will pay for it, Dorian. You are going right back to prison. And you will not come out alive.
Hello?
Did I wake you?
Yeah, I must have been out of it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll let you go back to sleep.
No, that's okay. I mean, I'm up now. Besides, it's nice to hear your voice.
Yours too. Do me a favor. You remember that date book that I gave you for Christmas with all the reserved days that we have dates?
Date book?
Yeah, you know the one that I gave you for Christmas. Remember?
Oh, right, that book. Gosh, I think it's got to be around here someplace. Hold on a second. Yeah, I've got it. I just have to get the dust off.
Quit playing games and tell me when our next date is.
2 days. Why? Do you want to cancel?
No, I don't want to cancel. I want to move it up.
To when?
To tonight.
Tonight?
Yep.
Don't you think it's a little late?
I thought you were the spontaneous type.
Oh, I see. Okay, well, just for that, you're on. Where are you taking me?
The South Seas. Miss Saybrook, you are about to embark on a magic carpet ride, and you don't even have to leave your bed.
I see. I didn't realize you had the same magical powers as your sister.
Yeah. Runs in the family. So why don't you just kick back there and let me do all the flying? Buckle your seatbelt. Make sure your tray tables are in the locked and upright position. And
I'm ready.
Okay. Our first stop will be Hong Kong.
Oh, I've always wanted to go there.
Yeah.
What's it like?
Okay, take the 4th of July and multiply it by about 1,000. There's fireworks everywhere, dragons running through the street everywhere, and some of the most incredible sunsets you've ever laid your eyes on. The first place we'll go is this great little place that I know of to eat. It's this old Chinese junk that's been turned into a floating restaurant.
I can see that. I can taste it.
Well, no. Here comes the owner. He's bowing to the both of us. Oh, I can see that he thinks you're incredibly beautiful. Yeah. Oh, what do we like to eat? Well, this is just the start of our many adventures.
Look, I'm sorry, buddy. It's gonna have to be a quick one, that's all, okay? I'm riding shotgun tonight with Andy Harrison.
Again. You're really into this reporting stuff, huh, Kev? You sure you don't miss us grunts back at law school?
Well, I'll tell you the truth, buddy. I wouldn't trade this for anything. Well, what's up, Blair?
Hey, Kevin.
Court leaves you out of his sight for a minute, and you take up with whatever comes along, huh?
Well, gee, Kev, it's good to see you, too.
Look, Kevin, you do not have to protect your big brother, all right? Because I dropped him like a bad habit.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. For his sake. Come on, buddy. I think the air must be better over here.
What a sweetheart.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. And people wonder why I want to get out of this town. It's snobs like that, my ex-frat brother.
Don't even let him get to you.
What, you think he's getting to me? Just because he stood up for his cousin, Powell Lord III, is certifiable, and all he shows me is the back of his hand.
Well, it is so nice to know that you're not bitter. I tell you what, Todd, let's go by to my place. I'll give you that present that I promised you. Let's go. I'll just pay the bill and...
All right, sit down, sit down.
What?
All right, you see that babe standing over there by that bar? All right, don't look.
Okay.
Got a trench coat on. All right, that's the one that she pretended to have the hots for him, and all the while she just wanted some story for a sleazy magazine.
Okay, I tell you what. You slip out the back door. I will pay the tab here, and I'll meet you back at my place, okay?
I know you won't.
See you.
How you doing tonight?
I'll be better with the tequila on the rocks.
Anything for Wilma.
Come see him.
Who?
A friend of mine, David Vickers. Well, he usually shows up around this time, doesn't he?
Not lately. Lime and salt?
Why not? Todd.
That you would jump to the worst possible conclusions about me. That's why I came to you, Vicky, on my own, to tell you that David Vickers had tricked us all.
Oh, not all of us.
I swear to you, David may be a fake, but the evidence that he brought forward is not.
Really? And I have your word on that.
You don't need my word, Vicky. You have the forensic experts. You have your own late husband's military intelligence experts that said that diary was written in Irene's own handwriting, as well as her confession to killing Victor.
Experts have been fooled by forgeries, too. The confession is a lie.
Everything about David Vickers is a lie, engineered by you for one very good reason, to clear yourself of my father's murder, something you did in cold blood.
All right, if I were you, I would probably be hurling accusations all over the place, too. But you cannot make that one stick. David Vickers is a pathological liar, Vicky. He has been caught. Now he's looking for somebody else to blame. Given our relationship, who better than me? But I am telling you, Vicky, he fooled me, too. When he came to me in prison with his so-called evidence, I didn't believe him. It wasn't until he claimed that he was Victor's son, I started to take him seriously. I didn't know then that he wasn't doing it just out of the goodness of his heart, that he wanted the trust fund, Victor's millions, that was all that he was interested in. I knew nothing about it, Vicky. Absolutely nothing, I swear.
Dorian, both of you can and open up. I know you're in there. Dorian, this isn't a social call. It's police business. Open up.
Kevin. This is just between you and me. And I want the answers first.
Dorian!
We're not finished.
Open up!
Oh, I am so sorry. I kept you waiting. Oh, what's this about?
Yeah, like you don't know. I have some questions regarding your friend, David Vickers. But maybe you already answered them for Vicky. Where is she, Dorian?
Todd,
I don't want anything to do with you.
Hey, wait. Listen, oh, goodness. Look at that. I got it all over your suit. It looks like a very expensive suit. Look, no, let me just have your name, and I will get it. The suit is fine. It's dry clean. It's okay. Sure? I'm okay. Everything's fine. At least it wasn't until you got here. Would you please excuse me? Please? Oh, sure.
Here you go, Jonesy. Here's for tonight's festivities. I hope that'll take care of everything. Great.
Oh, Kevin. Thank goodness. Jesse said you would be here.
Oh, yeah. Actually, we were just on our way out. Buddy Collins, this is my Aunt Tina.
Nice to meet you. Kevin, I've got some bad news. Would your friend excuse us?
Just tell me, Tina, what is it?
It's your mother. Vicky's had some kind of accident.
What?
I don't know the details, but Bo and Clint found her car banged up pretty badly on the side of the road.
Is she okay?
I don't know. They don't know. She wasn't in the car when they got there. Nobody knows where she is.
Kevin, man, I'm sorry.
Wait a minute, Tina. I mean, this doesn't make any sense. Mom is a really good driver. I mean, she wouldn't just,
She was upset. Very upset.
Upset about what?
I don't want to get into it right now, but she learned something about David tonight. Something terrible.
What? Is Uncle David okay?
Yeah, he's healthy, if that's what you mean. And Vicky will be fine, too, I'm sure, once they find her. I want to know, was she planning on going somewhere tonight?
No, not as far as I know. Look, but I'm sorry, I gotta get out of here.
Well, let's go.
My car's out front. I'll see you back at Lynn's.
Oh, okay.
Where is he?
Get out of my way, please.
Don't act dumb with me. Or maybe it's not an act in your case. Where's that brother of yours, David Vickers? I wish I could help you, Bo.
Dorian, have you seen Vicky or not?
She was here, but she left.
When?
Oh, I guess it was, 30, probably more like 45 minutes ago.
How did she look?
How does Vicky always look? Perfect.
Did she walk here?
I don't know. She could have come on her broomstick. I'm sorry. Vicky and I had one of our usual disagreements.
Oh, you fought?
Yes. It was horrible. In fact, I would like to take a couple of aspirin and crawl up to bed.
What did you fight about?
You are such a brilliant detective. I'm sure that you have figured that out. Vicky came here to accuse me of being an accomplice in David Vickers' treachery.
And what did you tell her?
The truth? That I was shocked as anybody at what David was doing. I didn't know what he was up to. In fact, I was the one who went to her and told her the news. Or she surely must have told you that, didn't she?
I heard that you trotted out your usual alibi.
I have made mistakes in my life, but I was not in any way involved in David's scam. Anyone who says so is lying.
Just save that for the DA. All right, did she say where she's going?
I assumed that her next stop was going to be your office. She seemed determined to have David tracked down and have him arrested. Believe it or not, that's an idea that I applaud.
Oh, I'll bet you do. I'll bet if you were in the position, you would put out an APB for David Vickers with orders to shoot to kill.
Is that all?
For now. But I still have plenty of questions about your relationship with David Vickers.
We don't have a relationship.
Whatever you want to call it. We're going to talk about it tomorrow morning. So if I were you, I would unpack those bags and I'd stay a while.
Oh, you don't really think I'm... Please, these are old clothes that I'm donating to a charity auction. In fact, the only place I want to go right now is upstairs and to bed.
Well, then, sweet dreams. For now.
Why didn't you want Bo to know that you were here? This was your big chance to have me arrested. Why didn't you take it?
Because there'll be a lot of time for that later on. You and I have something to settle first. And don't even think about lying, Dorian, because that stops right now. There are no more places for you to hide. No places for you to run. Once in your life, just once, have the courage to tell me what you did. Admit it. Tell me. You murdered my father.
One Life to Live will continue in a moment here on ABC.
I love this. Midnight in Tahiti. And then?
And then we eat our catch. We drink a tropical concoction out of a pineapple shell. And then, well, let's just say we leave the rest to our imagination.
Ooh. Oh. Good at that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Do you know what time it is?
Here or in Tahiti?
Very funny. We've been on the phone for almost an hour. I have a biochem quiz at 9 in the morning. I am sorry.
Oh, no. Understood. You know, all good vacations have to come to an end, even if they are dream vacations. So here we go, back up into the sky on the magic carpet, down across the Rockies, over the Mississippi, dropping down into Landview, Pennsylvania, where you now find yourself safe and sound in your snug little warm bed. All right? So, you have a good night.
Wait. Thanks for the ride.
My pleasure.
Well, good night then.
Marty.
Yeah?
I don't know. I just want to keep hearing your voice.
Same here. But we can't. How about we both count to 3 together and then hang up at the same time?
We can do that. 1, 2, 3.
That would give your whole life meaning, wouldn't it, Vicky? Yes. You would finally believe that you had pleased your precious daddy. It would be funny if it weren't so pathetic. Well, I'm sorry, Vicky. I hate to disappoint you. I am not going to confess my crime to you because I didn't commit one.
It's so obvious that you are guilty, and you don't have the guts to admit it.
You don't care about justice, Vicky. You don't care about truth. You want to see me convicted because you couldn't get rid of me while Victor was alive. I married him. That was my crime. Nobody would ever be worthy of your wonderful daddy. Not me, not Irene, and not even dear Eugenia.
Don't you dare! Dare ever mention my mother's name because you don't know anything about my mother.
Oh, I know a lot of things. Things that I have said nothing about for years. I've been discreet, Vicky. For your sake. And you know it.
You expect me to believe that you've ever held anything back on my behalf?
What about the day she fell down the stairs? Yes. Victor was my husband, after all, eventually. He told me everything.
You don't know anything.
I know that he accused your mother of being a whore.
No, he didn't. That's not true. Oh, but she knew that he didn't care what she was doing. She knew he just wanted her out of the way. You don't know what you're talking about. You were just a little girl at the time, but you surely were old enough to know what was going on and why.
I don't want to discuss this with you.
Of course not. It must be very difficult for you to think about what your father did to you. Because it's very hard to stay loyal to a hideous, vicious monster, isn't it?
What makes you think I'd tell you where David is, even if I knew? And here I thought he told you everything. Well, you tell him from me that he still owes me for my services, and I expect to get paid.
Wait, hold it. Services. David hired you to plan a party for me, which never happened. In my book, he doesn't owe you a nickel.
Nobody can be that dumb. You really don't know, do you? Know what? I'm not a party planner, hon. I'm a PI. You see, that means
I know what a private eye is. David would never hire a private eye. Not David?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's easy to see I could keep pulling your number.
Look, you can take your lies somewhere else. I don't believe them.
Fine. You just give him a message from me. I did the job. I expect the money.
What job?
Look, I don't know if I have all night to spend up explaining this to you, so listen up. Or if you need to, write it down.
Maybe you could just tell me.
David asked me to get some information for him, for which, that information, I'm supposed to be paid. Well, guess what? It's time to get paid. Only Brother Dave isn't returning my calls. You know, that's not very nice. I don't like it when people aren't nice.
What kind of information did he ask you to get for him?
I'm sorry. That's strictly confidential. You see, I have integrity, unlike your brother. You tell him to pay me, or I'm going to call my friend Augie at the Acme Collection Agency. And Augie always collects. With interest.
Whoa. Wait till Todd hears about this.
What are you doing with a private eye? Why didn't you ever tell me about that?
A spectacular celebration.
Are we ready to party?
A legendary talent.
Mr. B.B. King!
The fabulous B.B. King guest stars on General Hospital this week on ABC Daytime.
What make your big head so high?
Marty.
You are psychic, just like Luna.
Well, I knew it had to either be you or that other girl.
Other girl, Dylan Moody.
So, I was just getting ready to call you, actually.
You were? Why?
Well, wait a minute. Why were you calling me?
To say goodnight?
Oh, you already said that, remember?
You're right. But I didn't tell you how much I love my trip to Tahiti.
You did, but that's okay. You can tell me again.
I loved it. The beaches and the moonlight, tropical breezes. Can we go to Tahiti tomorrow night?
Of course we can. But you know that magic carpet ride will take us anywhere we want to go.
Anywhere?
Yep, you name it, and it'll take us there.
Okay. Let me think. Well, tonight we went to the South Sea, so maybe we should go someplace different. Someplace cold and covered with snow.
How about a sleigh ride in Copenhagen?
You are psychic, because that's exactly what I was thinking.
No. I'm not psychic. I'm just in tune with you, and vice versa.
Yeah? Well, before you know it, we're not going to have to pick up the phone. We're just going to have to think of each other, and we'll be connected.
We already are. So, I'll talk to you tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Good night.
Clint, any luck?
Well, I found a set of tracks taken off that way, but then I lost them. You know, the kids in this area are always dragging their sleds through here to try and make a run down Bobcat Hill.
Maybe my guys will have better luck.
What about you?
I called Landfair on the way to Dorian's. Tina says that Vicky hasn't called home. She doesn't know where Vicky is.
Yeah, well, Tina, if Tina hadn't let herself be fooled by David Vickers in the first place, this would never have happened.
Commissioner.
Yeah.
They're sending over a team of tracking dogs from Pine Valley.
Great. Okay, as soon as I get here, I want the two teams to start the search from both ends of this woods.
What about the hospitals? Has anyone matching Vicky's description been admitted tonight?
Not in the last 12 hours, no, sir.
All right, that's good news. Secure the area, Harris, all right?
What do you mean it's good news?
Clint, if Vicky was hurt, she probably would have turned herself in for treatment.
No, maybe she couldn't. What happened to Dorian's?
Dorian said that Vicky was there, but she left a while ago. Dorian doesn't know where she went. She says they had one of their patented fights.
Wait a minute. Are you saying that Vicky was at Dorian's after the car accident?
I don't know. Dorian didn't know whether Vicky showed up there in a car or not, but she said Vicky looked just fine.
And you trust Dorian to tell you the truth?
No, I'm not going that far. No, but I'm sure that Vicky was there, and for some reason she did leave. Now, it's possible she cracked up the car after she left Dorian's.
So what are we going to do now? Just wait around here for your little tracking dog?
No. Leave that to me, okay? Why don't you go back to Landfair just in case Vicky
Look
calls.
what I just found on the road trying to hitch a ride into town. And guess what? He had a big wad of money in his pockets.
I didn't do it. I didn't hurt her, I swear.
I will not stand here and let you blaspheme my father.
Then let me go. Yes. I can be on a plane in an hour and out of your life, along with my knowledge of the sins which your father committed against his family, sins against you.
How dare you imply anything about
Vicky,
my father?
We don't need to pretend with each other anymore. We were both victims of your father's sick games. My God.
You were just a little girl. Your mother, she sensed what might happen. She tried to stop it. But she was the one who was stopped, wasn't she?
What are you saying? She fell down the stairs. She's the one who died, giving birth to your sister Meredith, leaving you
Alone with Victor, you were so little, so young and innocent. How were you to suspect that your father expected you now to be more than just a daughter?
Stop it. Stop it. Stop.
His sickness turned your innocence into a sick, jealous obsession with him for the rest of your life.
No wonder you've always hated me. No wonder you've hated anyone who came between you and your precious daddy.
Nothing. Do you hear me? Nothing can change the truth.
I want you to stop!
Your father did to you the worst thing that a parent can possibly do to a child.
No! You don't know! You don't know!
Oh, but I do know. I know, and I have kept this secret for years. Even on the witness stand when I was fighting for my life, I said nothing. Vicky, this is payback time. You owe me. Let me go. Let me go.
Come on.
Thanks for running interference with that sleazy reporter, Blair. If you hadn't
He's
run
not
into
a
her, I'm not
reporter.
really sure. What are you talking about?
That woman, Sam Vance, is not a reporter for some story. She's a private investigator.
Get out of here. That chick's a private
That
investigator?
chick was hired by Vicki Buchanan's brother, David Vickers. I heard her say so to Tina Roberts. Look, it's true, Todd. She was hired to get information on you.
What kind of information? Come on, it's not like I'm anonymous in this town. What would a PI want with me?
Well, the question is, what does David Vickers want, and why is he willing to pay for it?
What did you do with her?
Nothing. I was asleep in the woods over there, and I hear these brakes screeching, and I wake up, and I see the headlights, and the car skidded. I was scared, man. The lady, she didn't move for a long time.
You didn't go to her? You didn't try to help her?
I was gonna, but the door opened and she got out. She looked okay, except for the way she was walking.
Oh, you just let her wander off? You didn't do a damn thing to try to help her?
No, he didn't help her. He's too busy helping himself.
No, I swear.
No, hey, shut up.
Okay, all right, so I went through her purse, but I didn't touch her. I never laid a hand on her, I swear.
All right, you said she walked away. Where?
That way. Strange, man. Very strange.
You murdered my father. He was a wonderful, loving man. Vicky, please! We both lived with this lie long enough. We both know he was an amoral tyrant. And you know that better than anybody else.
You wanted him dead.
I didn't shed any tears when he died. I don't know why you did. I'm surprised you didn't kill him yourself. I loved my father. Why would I kill him? Why are you saying these things? Why are you making these insinuations? What do you think he did to me?
Oh, my God, Vicky. You really don't remember, do you?
Tomorrow, there's a crime wave, and Ben has to solve a deadly dose of murder on an all-new Matlock. Then George Kennedy and Carol Lawrence guest star on an all-new Commish. Kevin gets a disturbing message from Ryan. Don't miss General Hospital next.